Hi Math 115. I'm going to be explaining how to do problem 3C from today's worksheet, worksheet 1. So the first thing is we're only going to need to look at these two functions here that I have boxed. And for this one on the left, we can look at it as g of h of x equals 8x to the third minus 25. They both mean the same thing. I just think the bottom way that I rewrote it is a little bit easier to understand. So what we're going to start out doing is with the g of x function. So I'm going to rewrite what we have there. Okay, and now what we're going to do is plug in h of x into this function. So g of h of x equals h of x to the third minus 25. So why we've done this is because now we have two functions that have something on the same side. Let me explain that more. So g of h of x here and g of h of x here are equal because they're the same thing. G of h of x equals g of h of x. So since those two parts are equal, we know that the other parts are also going to be equal. So 8x to the third minus 25 is equal to h of x to the third minus 25. So we can use this to solve for h of x. So 8x to the third minus 25 is equal to h of x to the third minus 25. So we can add 25 to both sides, which negative 25 plus 25 is 0 on both sides. So we just get 8x to the third equals h of x to the third. So I'll move this up here. Okay, and to solve this, we want to get h of x alone. So we would have to take the cube root since right now it's being cubed. So we do that. We will get h of x. And what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So we take the cube root of 8x to the third. We can think about that on that side. So 2x times 2x times 2x. It's going to be 8x to the third. So we get 2x. And that is our final answer. We just fix that. 2x is equal to h of x. And you can kind of see that when we look at the solution here. So I see how this could be a little bit confusing. I think in this middle part in the first line is where it gets confusing because it's not explicitly written that what you're basically doing is plugging in h of x into the original g of x equation and seeing what you get on your own. Instead of just using this function on the left where they're telling us what it is, we're plugging in h of x on our own to see what we get. And then we can use these two with the orange and the purple to get our answer. And then one other thing I know some students brought up that they thought, oh, maybe h of x is equal to 8x. But you could kind of check your work to see that this doesn't work, because then if we use the g of x given to us and plugged in g of hx, so we would plug in 8x here to the third minus 25, and that's going to be like 512x to the third minus 25 because that 8 is going to be cubed. So it's going to be 8 times 8 times 8. And so that does not equal 8x to the third minus 25. So that's why that is wrong. So let me erase that. That's wrong. But yeah, I hope that makes more sense.